Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an emergency session of GNN. As a interesting video just dropped about 15 minutes ago as of recording of this video. I will say before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, that if only they could really just hide the dang title, it would be really great. Like, secret banners, 4-star banner suit for the month of February and end of February. Whatever they got to do, because having it in the title kind of spoils it already. So, without further ado, it's been speculated many a time, and it's finally here. This is the trailer for the full armor Over.on. This is going to be a $650 cost support. Chances are more likely this is your 4-star 650 support, and just based on the illustrations thus far, I believe it's supposed to be running the similar kit as the full armored Shiki Kai ground. I think ground or the regular Shiki Kai. All I know is the kit looks very similar. Weapons are going to be very similar as well, especially if you guys are familiar with the reflector on there. So we're going to see just how the kit kicks off, and then we'll briefly skim it because it's not a very long trailer. It's only it's under 2 minutes. So let's go. Oh wow, yep. Like the change in tone though, it's pretty nice. Huh, so might have balancers maybe? Hard to say. It's in space. They always got to do this in space. Oh, let's turn this down a little bit. I was gonna say, oh god, I got distracted, but yeah, it's got balancers, maybe, but it's in space. They always do that in space. Grimoire white. Okay. This is level 2, so it's gonna... Yeah, told you, 4-star. That's gonna drop tomorrow night. Alright, tomorrow night on 8 p.m., 10 p.m., sorry. Alright, so I said before, they always do this in space. Maybe because they want to hide it that, you know, maybe a support might actually have balancers this time around. So first things first, let's go to the... So, like I said, Shiki Kai full armor variant literally runs this, except the Over.on is running this now. So you're going to have the MBL, more than likely, some other kits as well. So let's see, I think it's using the same rifle as the Shiki Kai in this same configuration. It looks pretty damn similar from the angles that we have. Yeah, it is. I think it is similar. Probably going to be its own version of that. Let's go pause that really quick. Full armor Over.on. I'm not even going to try to figure out what the acronym is. Basically, it's beam rifle version, similar to what the Shiki Kai has, or the full armor Shiki Kai. It does have a neutral or 2-hit downswing maybe, so probably no melee combo, but it looks like it, you know, like I said, just seeing that alone makes you think it might have balancers. The problem is the demonstration's in space, so any suit normally that wouldn't have that might have an easier time with that. I think especially if you have space affinity. it's been a while since I've had to like really pull that technicality out of the, the rabbit hole. So I'm hoping you guys can correct me on that. But yeah, it's like seeing that the whole entire time. It's very hard to like guess that because like supports always have issues getting into melee when obviously they shouldn't, but like as a last resort, like if you have an opportunity, being able to boost over and then follow up quickly to like knock that enemy out of commission temporarily while you get the jump on the rest of the enemy team. I mean, that can make all the difference, really. Alright, so yeah, it has a head Vulcans, pretty standard, just like the regular Over.on. Has the tool beam cannons on its back there, missile pods on the legs. I can't recall if the regular full armor Shiki Kai has that, but I'm pretty sure it does. Mega cannon on the chest, so stop to fire, but can move while focused. So I think with this particular version, maybe they'll update that kit. I can't recall if you can charge while moving. I remember, I think for the longest time you had to like sit still. So I could be wrong. You don't really see that at that cost. I think it's native 650 as well. So yeah, maybe it might improve it, make that a lot, something that people can run now on top of if they don't get this suit. But at the same time, it might be distinctive only to the suit. Anyways, so there's that. What is it? Focus fire while long. Oh, so it's a long hard stun. And okay, so you can stop the fire, and it stuns. Focus fire is a hard stun and continuous radiation, so it's an irradiation effect. When you have Grimoire White, which we saw briefly, it's level 2, so it's going to be basically kind of like its own version of overload. So it's going to focus a lot faster and it does more damage. That's kind of disgusting. Who wants to get hit by this? Not me. No. Alright, so reflector panel produces temporary eye field, just like the other Shiki kit there. However, changing to melee and exiting during a tackle will cause the eye field to vanish, resulting in overheating. Huh. So it's probably going to be a limited time, kind of similar to a, frontal directional cone, similar to like the eye field triangle that the new Gundam gets, but this one's specific to, the Shiki Kai and obviously our full armored Over.on here. That's what I'm thinking. I've never used it, mainly because I don't play a whole lot of supports, but that's the impression I get just from the description. Of course, take it with a grain of salt because, translation and everything. Alright, so the big kicker, this one's going to have the level 2 version of Grimoire White. We already know at 600 regular Over.on is a pain in the ass. So basically it's kind of like Biosensor, drops down a certain level in HP, skill automatically kicks in. Once activated, reduces movement of some melee weapons and high-speed movement when used against enemies within a certain range. We all love getting hit by it. I don't, but, being sarcastic here. So with the level 2 version, like we saw, the MBL charges faster, increases attack power, which I'm assuming it's going to be range attack power, enhances the performance of the target armament, damage from enemies and reactions from melee weapons are also reduced. Wow. That's pretty ass. Wow. Okay, except for fighting attacks and tackles that cause a tumbling effect. So attacks or tackles that, so downswings and maybe tackles on a slant, I would imagine. That's a very interesting choice of words to word it that way, but I would definitely say like downswing. So it's almost treated like essentially, so it doesn't stun, so it's almost kind of like a similar version or a similar effect to shock dampeners almost, because it's probably not going to like stun them if you do like a neutral or something or some other reaction. Ironically enough, I didn't see a dev newsletter for this, but that might be on the previous one, previous thing that we had. But yeah, basically here we go. I mean, 4-star support, 650 cost. So for those of you guys that were complaining they don't love you support mains, well, guess what? Here's another 4-star for you. We just got G-Doors last month. They're throwing another support for you. So, well, there you go. They're pandering to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it felt very informative for you guys. I want to know what you guys think of what you see. course, we don't have too much to go on, especially on a 2-minute video, maybe less than 2 minutes rather, sorry. And, you know, we don't even have the full skill set yet, so hard to say what else this can do. I imagine something like this should have damage control, but not likely. Hard to say. 650 is definitely becoming the Wild Wild West, with a lot more additions being added, this included. So, I don't know. I think Demeter might be able to eat this, but at the same time, I think this might have countermeasures to kind of fight it off a bit until your teammates can get there. So, with that said, that's it for now, and I will catch you guys all tomorrow night. Well, technically not tomorrow night. Sorry, it's Wednesday night is when it will drop. So, I'll see you guys then. Take care.